Hey fellow paralegals. Nope, I'm gonna try that intro again. I read a statistic the other day that said the paralegal industry is going to increase by 22% by the year 2023. That's a lot. So what are you doing to set yourself apart from other paralegals either coming into this industry or have already started to advance their level in their careers? I've got 5 tips today and things that you can do as first year paralegals, or if you're just coming into this industry, that you can do to bulk up that resume and help land the job that you want to have. Work in the area of law that you want to work in on your own terms. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, I will show you how to create visual content to publish on your social media sites that will wow any attorney or law firm looking at your pages. Tip 1 for people just now coming into this industry is to get out there and to start writing. Whether or not you create your own blog site or you do this on your individual social media sites, you really need to be getting out there and writing. Writing about what interests you the most about law, areas of law that interest you, attorneys that you want to work with, it doesn't matter. Just get out there, start writing, and publish some content. One of the things that new employers look at is how are you writing? What is your writing style? Is it fluid? Does it make sense? Is it concise? So get out there, start writing, publish that content, but make it interesting. Make it visually striking. And if you stay tuned, by the end of this video, I'll show you how you can do that free. Wix offers a free blogging site. Yes, it comes with some ads, but it's a free platform to get your stuff out there that attorneys can see. And you can cross that platform with Facebook and Instagram and really get yourself out there and your writing style out there and get your work published so that other attorneys and paralegals can start endorsing you on platforms like LinkedIn. My second tip is to network. No matter who you are, coming into this industry or you're within your first few years or you've been here for the last 2 decades like I have, you really should be networking. Attorneys are networking. Law firms are getting out there on social media just as much as individuals are. So if you're getting out there and you're networking, then you can connect with the attorneys and the people that you really want to work with. And if you're publishing content anywhere, whether it be on your own blogging website or just on your social media websites, as long as you continue to network, they're going to see that content that you're getting out there and you're publishing. So make sure that you're networking within the niche that you want to be in, the area of law that you want to be practicing in. And if you're publishing great content, then they're going to be looking at you, and whenever they call you for that interview, they're going to remember those things. Tip 3 is to consider yourself a forever student right now. Regardless if you just graduated paralegal school or you just got that bachelor's degree or you've been in this industry for a while, you seriously need to consider yourself a forever student. If our case law is evolving, then so should we. If the courts that we're working in are evolving, then so should we. Recently, Illinois just went to a paperless environment. All of their court systems stopped filing paper and started e-filing only. This meant that a lot of firms had to change their practices and move out of the voluminous paper environment into a digital environment. But it created a lot of opportunities elsewhere. So one of the things that employers look for the most on resumes is the ability to adapt to that technology, the ability to learn that technology. And if you already have that technology on your resume, then they don't have to train you on it. So consider yourself a forever student and bulk up on that technology on your resume, because it will really help you get ahead in the paralegal industry, especially right now. Tip 4 is really more for paralegals who are already in this industry and are within their first few years. I see a lot of paralegals saying that they are making these tiny little mistakes and they're afraid that it's going to turn into this big thing like getting fired. No! So the best thing that I can tell you is to slow down. Get out of your head. Think of quality over quantity. I know that some of you paralegals out there have billable hour quotas, and I'm sorry, that sucks. I don't have one. I don't like it, but I've been in this industry for 2 decades, and I have been there and I have done that, and that's why I know that I don't like it. But I understand the need to get through a singular task and to get to the next task, because you can only bill so many hours on one. You've got to get to the next task to start billing on the other so you can meet that quota. But that doesn't mean that you should put out bad work product, because think about it this way. If you didn't have time to do it in the first place, then when are you going to have time to correct it? Attorneys don't want to see your bad work product. They can't bill for changing your bad work product, and you can't bill when you get it back and have to redo it. So really slow down. Think about what you're doing. Make sure that you're always doing those grammatical checks. Make sure you're always doing those spelling checks. Make sure that you've always got that capital where you need to have that capital, and the proper pronouns and the proper nouns. So just make sure that you are putting really good work product out there to your attorneys, and they will appreciate you a whole lot more for it. So slow down, quality over quantity always. My last tip is to really find that niche. Find the area of law that interests you the most, and really try to hone in on that area, the attorneys and the law firm that work in that industry. If you are getting out there and you're networking and you are writing and you are publishing good content, then there shouldn't be a problem with you being able to get into that industry that you really want to be in, that niche, that area of law that you really want to be in. I know that saying find your niche in your area of law that interests you the most is a lot easier said than done, because a lot of us coming into this industry don't really know what area of law interests us the most. So that part goes back to being a forever student. Find which area of law that interests you the most and really start to learn more about it. Learn about the technology that works with that industry the most. For me, I'm in litigation, so I need to make sure that I am using a secure, encrypted, HIPAA-compliant environment to transmit my data to my consultants and my experts for their opinions in my litigation cases. So, going back to finding the area of law that interests you the most, if you are out there networking and publishing good content, then those attorneys that are within that area of practice that you want to be in are going to see that you are very interested in their area of law during the interviewing process, because I assure you, they have already looked at your social media before you even came in for an interview. If your social media is locked down, then they'll probably ask you a little bit about your writing style or ask you to give them some examples. But I really, really encourage everyone to get out there and find the area of law that interests them the most, because it doesn't seem like such a job whenever you're working in an area of law that interests you, and whenever you like the law and you like the attorneys, you like the environment, then that's your home. So those are my 5 tips. Write, publish good, visually pleasing content, network, get it to the right people, never stop learning, bulk up on that technology on your resume,
slow down,
and find your niche. Find the area of law that interests you the most. And if you're networking and publishing good content, then I guarantee you're going to be able to get into those law firms and work with those attorneys in the area of law that interests you the most. Okay, so I told you that if you stuck with me by the end of this video, that I could show you how you could create free content to publish on those social media sites. So here we go.
One of the greatest resources I can provide you today is using Canva. Canva is great for using in any social media website. And if you're writing and you're publishing that content, then put some really great visuals into your content that you're writing. And Canva offers all sorts of templates for you to choose from. There's Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook cover, which is one of the biggest ones if you are the administrator for any social media site for your law firm. Change those social media covers at least twice a month to increase that organic growth and stay relevant and on the first page of Google. In the documents section of Canva, you can create letterhead or you can prepare a resume. These are really great resume templates to use. There's also presentation art if you're preparing anything for yourself or any one of your attorneys. Canva is really great for anyone needing to add visuals to their blogging site or social media, and it's absolutely free. You can keep it organized in folders, get to all your content quickly, or share your content with other people so that you can co-collaborate with others on your visuals for your blogging or for your law firm's social media websites. Here's an example of a piece of art that I created just for some inspiration for some paralegals. I put this together using a simple template. If I didn't want to use that door, then I could have chosen some photos from their stock. There are a lot of free photos, and of course there are some photos that you can pay for, but the purpose of this tutorial is to give you a free resource. So these are already optimized for your social media websites, so you don't have to worry about resizing them or cutting them down or anything like that. They are already optimized for where you want to publish them. Because the images already come optimized for your social media and blogging websites, you can directly download them as an image to your computer or upload them to your Facebook page, your Instagram, or even LinkedIn. So this is a really great platform that works with all of your other social media sites and gives you an opportunity to directly upload to them without having to separately do it. The next resource is Office 365. I recommend this platform to absolutely everybody that I speak to because it's so versatile and so intuitive and great for any law firm to implement as a practice management system versus an in-house server-based practice management system that only works for you while you're in the office. Office 365 offers this great application called Sway. Sway is awesome for marketing purposes. Whenever I write, I start in my OneNote notebook, but I need somewhere to put all of the content that I just wrote, and I need to create it in a visually pleasing environment so I can get it out there to my social media websites or my blogging websites. And I can even take the embedded code that I'll have after I'm done and import it into my website for my law firm if you are blogging on your law firm's website. You can create your own or choose a template or take a look at any of the sways that are offered to give yourself some inspiration to create your own sway. If you've ever visited my website or been on one of my social media pages, then you'll see two blogs that I created using Sway. The first one is What Makes a Great Teammate, and the next one is Iceberg Right Ahead. I created this Sway in OneNote and then imported that content into a Sway. I can take a look at the pictures that they have available to me and get those imported directly into my Sway to make it visually pleasing. This is a preview of one of the sways that I created regarding paralegals and how invaluable they are to law firms. One of the great things that I mentioned earlier about Sway is its diversity. So this program is able to market for you in cross-promoting in other platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and embed the code into your websites. For me, I have several clients that are quite elderly and aren't yet or won't ever be on this sort of technology. So what I can do is I can create a PDF off of this and send it out as a newsletter to really get that message out there to everyone, even though they might not be in a social media environment or on my website.
I hoped everything that I said today helped you in some form or fashion, either get your foot in the door or advance in your career. But I tell you what, if you stick with me and click that subscribe button, then I promise to have content to you every single Wednesday that will help further your career, advance your career, or perhaps give you some more tips and information that will help you in some way. Yes, I know there are other platforms out there that you can go to, and I highly encourage them. Platforms like Thinkific and Skillshare are great. But what I found was there wasn't a whole lot on YouTube for just the paralegals, for just that niche, the paralegal industry. And so that's why I've created this. I wanted to take my 2 decades of knowledge and bring them right here to you on a free platform. But I'd love to know what you want to hear. I'd love to know what you want to talk about. So tell me in the comments below, introduce yourself, and let me know what it is that you want to talk about next. If you need some help on Sway, or you need some help in some other environments like productivity platform or document management or encrypted file sharing, then let me know in the comments and I will do my best to bring you that sort of content that you want to see every single Wednesday. So until next week, I'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Join me next Wednesday for my discussion on the F word.